Alright, ready?
Steady.
Okay.
Go! Ready, steady, go.
This is not Full Metal Alchemist.
At least you got it.
What's up, everyone? I'm the Kaiju no Kami. Ignore the crazy Quill. We're here with...
Cruellica Kain.
Let's just hit it, ready, steady, go.
And we're going to be talking about Kamen Rider Revice.
I was waiting for you to say Cougar.
Episodes 20, 21, and 22. AKA, holy shit, how much story did we just have in this damn show in just like the first episode alone?
Well,
But
subtle. A brief and succinct synopsis.
The episode 20...
I'm just going to crunch on this candy really loudly. Right?
Episode 20 would be like the equivalent of 20 Sentai episodes.
Now that's not fair. I said during it...
Or 25 Trigger episodes.
with 3 clip shows.
But goddamn, a lot happened. And goddamn, was it all awesome. Even the episode I was starting to fear at first.
Well, the comedy duo, although that one took us in a different direction. I mean, here's the thing. You can say a lot of stuff happened, but really you can break it down into 3 main points. The loss of the Demon's Driver, the corruption or revelation of the corruption within Phoenix, and Vice's new freedom.
Oh, you're also forgetting the weekend.
Hey, I like his music.
So, okay, first of all...
Wait, everybody's working for the weekend. It was a code. Illuminati confirmed.
Nope. Can't feel my face. Because I think they're talking about transformation.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the Weekend song was talking about cocaine, but still.
You're really trying to take the fun out of this, Miss Spitter Swallow your candy.
Anyway...
Okay, so anyways, before we get started with these two guys,
Oh, these two
people, I just want to say, finally, we know what's in the basement. Because she even said, okay, I'll go there because I need to know what's going on. So finally, end of story, end of series, we know what's going on in the basement. I'm done. I don't need to watch any more Revice.
Just think about this. It took them 21 episodes to get the basement, whereas an Attack on Titan, it took them like 60 episodes.
Where do you find out what's in the attic?
There's usually flowers in the attic.
I don't know. Is there a light bulb?
Actually, that is the name of a book.
Is it about a budding romance?
No, it's about a horrible family that does horrible things.
That's every children's book.
No, this is not a children's
So it's
book.
Matilda.
No, it's V.C. Andrews' Flowers in the Attic. It's talking about children talking about a family that is beyond monstrous.
Yeah, so Matilda.
Well, now that we're on that happy note.
Alright, so episode 20 continues where we left off with
Hiromi.
Vice and Revi attacking Olteka, who has had a monster that we don't know where that one came from.
No. I thought it came from the friend.
Not yet. We're talking about the one that showed up in the last episode.
Well, I still kind of think that was remnants of...
The cults.
No,
of Julio's friend?
Yes.
No, I think...
Because he actually wasn't destroyed. He was just thrown into a building.
Wait a minute! Last time I said that you argued, no, he definitely destroyed it when it's landed into the building. And now you're taking what I had said and you're reversing it for your own thing. No, don't try to change this contradictory. We're in a paradox here. You're taking what I said, you told me no, and I'm telling you no because you are...
I'm not texting you.
I hate to break it to you, honey, but it's my idea.
It was my idea first. I have the video proof to prove it.
Well, you were wrong.
I have the video evidence.
You were right.
Don't mind me.
Okay, anyway. So then we've got stuff occurring.
Hello, I am calling bullshit.
Oh my god!
It will take too long.
Time you ever talked about Soul Reaver, it was the fact that
Do you think we'll get a copyright claim on us?
Its master.
Copyright bot. Okay, your video has been copyrighted because you have copyrighted claimed this video from Kaiju no Kami.
Kaiju no Kami, if you wish to appeal to Kaiju no Kami, you can do so through the system. We should warn you that Kaiju no Kami is kind of a rat bastard.
He really is.
But,
I married him, that's the problem.
well, that was your choice. But anyway.
Wow, you sounded so romantic.
Mm.
On the eve of Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Because today is the Super Bowl, so we spent the Super Bowl day watching Kamen Rider because that is way better. But anyway, so...
Wait, you interrupted him!
I was just going to say, different folks have different priorities.
Yeah, I bet nobody watches this until tomorrow. Because they're all enjoying the Super Bowl.
That was fun, I don't care. I bet you though half my viewers don't give a damn about the Super Bowl.
That's possibly true.
Ooh, sound off in the comments.
Do you actually care about the Super Bowl? Who do you think's gonna win, the Dead Man's or the Weeknd? Let us know in the comments. Bye. Wait, what?
Again, everybody's looking for the weekend.
Alright, so anyway, so episode 20, we've got this really kick-ass big battle. Olteka almost gets
Separated from his demon.
but not quite yet. Then Demons finds out, or Hiromi finds out the truth about the Demon's driver. And then we have the big battle where we have a lot going on. We get the full version of the opening theme going on in that big battle sequence, which was a really cool freaking sequence.
Well, yeah, Vice called it the midwinter extravaganza.
Because it went through every single form up until now with just a few of the buddy systems thrown in. The Lion being one of the better ones.
Yeah.
And then,
Although, shall we talk about how George has lost all the goodwill points he built up until now?
I am
I
now
don't know.
questioning
You are?
about his loyalties. Now, obviously, I know it's a feint, but a feint with an E, not an A. But
Okay, fine.
do I need to give you the definition of a feint?
just hurry up.
Well, anyways, I know this is just a trick by the show writers to say that George is on the side of evil because he knew all along that the demon's driver had a demon in it.
Sure he's not chaotic neutral.
I have no doubt.
Well,
but-
no, obviously, to create the ultimate hero, you have to create the ultimate villain. So George, therefore, to create his ultimate hero, he has to create the ultimate villain, which is, as I called, the dude with the black gloves for hands. I am totally not a villain. Give me my money.
He looks better with a cloak.
You take my money every week.
Actually, he looks better with that cloak on. I'm going to say the gloves don't really do it.
Well, you just did jazz hands.
Jazz hands. But the cloak, because I thoroughly suspect he's the one talking to Oteka in that
Oh,
flashback.
yes. I figured that.
I don't feel like they're going to tease that mystery for very long, if at all.
Isn't that what doctors do when they clean their hands for
No!
surgery?
Oh my god, just move on!
Okay, anyway.
.org.
Well, he was talking!
.org. MoveOn.org.
So, no, I agree with that. My brain just literally stalled. but-
No, I
dude.
actually don't think we've met the founder of the Dead Man's yet.
But clearly this guy was in on it.
Yes. So, the one thing that I really did like, because I think it was in this episode where we saw the ghost of the director? Felt like a true Star Wars
Yes,
moment.
because it's when Iki comes and said to Hiromi, I will protect your life with my life, so go ahead and protect your life to
Give
stop.
your life to...
With a good superimposition of the director's ghost fading just as Iki fills his profile.
Yeah, it was nice to see that because the one thing that we always consistently got from the first arc of the series was how much he respected the director, and he was heartbroken that, one, he never noticed the change, and two, that he wasn't there to ever save him.
Mm.
But yeah, so then we have Ultraman turns their friend into a
Chigusa.
dead man. Or not
Which-
a dead man, the Gifurian or whatever.
Gifurian. Giturian. Or
Gifter Orion
Gifturian.
collection.
And then, so Hiromi ends up having to be the one to destroy her.
His last success as demons.
And then he holds Oteka so that Oteka can get attacked by Vice and Revi, which actually I never noticed this before, but when they're coming down, Vice has a 5 on his foot and Revi has a 5 and Vice has a 0.
Yep. I think that's a new addition.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I didn't notice that the last time they did their double attack.
They haven't been in that much coordination until this
Recently.
newest form. And, well, they forego that to have the buddy system. Which, by the way, every time I hear that, all I can think of is this Freakazoid episode where they talk about holding hands. Buddy up for safety. Here, I need a visual demonstration.
I'm just thinking...
Buddy up for safety.
I just think of the Buddy Roids from Go Busters and how I want to kill the rabbit.
You know what I actually think of when I hear buddy system?
Uh-huh.
I think of actually the Sybil system.
Siblets.
From Psychopaths.
From Psychopaths, because you have to have somebody who can carry the actual Sybil weapon, so to speak.
Huh?
And then you have to have the criminal
All right,
who supports
guys,
her.
you like the Red Sea and Split.
Don't you mean part?
Split.
Oh, physical contact! No! This is the greatest day!
But I really enjoyed this episode, mainly because, one, it was so compact with story. I feel like I'm saying 1 and 2 a lot. I really enjoyed the episode because it was so compact with story, and it didn't let you breathe. But it didn't let you breathe in a good way because you were like so tense, like, what's going on? Where is everything going next? How is this even going to be resolved? Is he really going to die? And then he kind of spoils it with all of that of, he's like the Stacy of Revice because he was originally going to die and they liked him so much.
Well, no, this was way back at the beginning of the show.
I know, but you kind of ruined that momentum for me.
It just came to mind.
Because I was like, well, then shit, he's not going to die. Because I was having like this whole big dilemma of like, are they actually going to really kill a character in the show? They have like this early in the show. Well, I mean, like one of these characters.
Commander.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not thinking of the commander. I'm thinking of him, like an actual rider.
Having a rider die. Ooh, rider die.
But I was thinking the same thing. It's like, would you have a rider get killed this early in the show? And you would go ahead and ruin it because I'm like,
well, whatever. Anyway.
I was like, okay, he's not going to die then.
So,
because they like him so much per Kaiju Kami.
So
Bastard.
Aguilera gets the Gifu stamp and leaves. And then...
Well, that's after she makes a deal with Gina.
To help.
Well, and I actually like that too because Julio or Tamaki,
Yeah, I think it was Tamaki these days.
he does go by Tom. He even says that to Aguilera when she's like, Julio, and he's like, just call me Tamaki.
Well, look what happened to the last person who called him Julio. Who are you calling Julio?
But Tamaki is... I don't feel he's as obsessed with supporting her, but he also feels like she's his last connection to life.
And ice cream.
And ice cream.
So, and then
basically Sakura goes with Tamaki to Aguilera, and Iki's with them. They devise a plan because the one thing that apparently happens in this particular series is they're like living Batmen, where they have to have a plan within a plan within a plan so that everything works out because the busybody can't be left alone.
And the enemy of my enemy is quite the theme.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oteka loses his dead man's demon and gets captured, smiling about getting captured.
I'm totally not planning anything.
Next episode, we find out, oh look, I'm totally not a villain, Gloves dude is totally a villain who helps Oteka get out. They crash the ship, which...
Well, you're skipping way.
I know I'm skipping things. I'm not... If they just watch the episode, they don't need every little single thing discussed.
Well, we can discuss little things like the Gifu stamp.
Okay, fine, go ahead.
There's a stamp. It's by a guy named Gifu. It makes a terrible gift to him.
No, I think the one thing that would be cool to discuss, Mr. Childishness, is the fact that we find out that somehow Oteka made a fake.
More than that, where did he smuggle the genuine Gifu stamp onto the ship?
Well, and he had to have both stamps with him because he obviously used the Gifu stamp on Chigusa. And that is not shaped comfortably to be stuck in certain places that could be stuck in.
He is a dead man.
He is still fucking human.
I'm just saying there's only a few places I could think. And man, no wonder he was walking a little stiff in that episode.
Yeah, that had to be painful.
Oh, I'm Michael Jackson now.
My plan is fabulous. And then...
Wow, gentlemen.
Oh.
And when he asks for a bathroom break, it resonates through the whole ship. Oh!
Oh, I can guarantee you it would not come out that fucking easily.
So, one thing, okay, fine. In episode 20, we forgot about Vice's Beetlejuice moment.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
When the mom gives him the curry.
Oh, right,
and he's sitting with everybody at the table. And he takes off the mask, which I know it's a mask, but I keep on forgetting about it being a mask. And then takes it off, and then you've seen Beetlejuice.
I've seen Beetlejuice. But more, I'm just thinking Vice is the only one wearing a mask during the pandemic. Everyone else is apparently against it.
Well, I kind of really think... I think of it as like a Melina thing. Because if you take off Melina's mask, she has that crazy ass face.
The Baraka face.
But I'm just like, how does he get it past those points that are kind of ears? I don't know. You know, stretch that. The elastic on that must be fantastic.
But yeah, it's actually pretty interesting that they made the mask was an actual part of the show where it's an actual mask, and when everyone's just freaking out because of how his face looks, and but you just see it from behind, just like when Beetlejuice would do that face thing, and they would only show you from behind.
Well, and the dad, wow, he's going full horror movie here.
The dad. Wait, that's how we started episode 21, isn't it?
21 at the end is when he was seeing those images of Gifu.
But at the start, he was eating a cookie.
Yes, because
YouTube.
The dad had a cavity when he came off the Phoenix ship.
Off the Phoenix ship. Which, okay, the Phoenix ship.
Well, he has an empty cavity, so...
Empty cavity. And yes. But the Phoenix ship has pure concrete walls.
I thought you were going to say concrete, like Walter Cronkite.
This is Walter Cronkite.
Who?
The famous reporter.
Yes.
It appears that the Phoenix ship is about to crash on our heads.
Yeah, he was known for his doom and gloom.
So, they make their cells out of pure concrete. Then they have large tiled hallways. And only the labs look like they could actually be on a ship. Whoever designed this ship clearly didn't know it was going to be a helicarrier, because no wonder this thing drops so fast. The architecture itself is undermining the ship.
Oh yeah, no, the weight imbalance does not help to keep that ship in the air.
Although, oddly enough, the crashing of this, well, I'm going to call it the helicarrier, because I was thinking, Hawkeye hacked the system again.
I was thinking of Ultraman Gaia as well, because they have a helicarrier that their base is on.
But funny enough, you two haven't read the most recent issue of One Punch Man.
Mm-mm.
But essentially, during a crisis, the main hero surfs using an aircraft carrier.
Seriously? I love it.
Yes. So I won't give away more than that. Don't worry, that's not anywhere near a description of the full story there. But, security on this place really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really sucks. Granted, you're in a flying fortress. You think, oh, no one could get up here. Wrong.
Well, at least we now have our exact reasons as to why the Deadmans were able to infiltrate the villains and impersonate, the Chameleon was able to impersonate the commander because they were all let in.
Well, and it seems as though it kind of reminds me, going on that whole Marvel aspect, because you said helicarrier, which is what makes me think of it, is it reminds me of when we were watching Civil War, and we find out that Hydra infiltrated...
Oh, that's Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
And we see that Hydra infiltrates S.H.I.E.L.D., which obviously you two knew because you read the comics.
I didn't read the comics.
No, that was movies.
Oh, I thought it was part of the comics as well.
No, not unless they retcon that in more recent times.
Okay, then never mind. I won't accuse you of knowing more because of the comics. But anyways, having that happen, it kind of reminded me of what we have here with Phoenix, is that you have a very similar situation where the Deadmans have already infiltrated, where it be even well before the commander was taken over. That long before that even happened, everybody else had already set themselves up. And then when Chigusa was disillusioned in episode 20, I actually really felt bad for her because who she heard making this master plan was on the same side as Olteca, so she fell for a trap. And I know George is not part of the Deadmans because his genuine interest and surprise and narcissism so did not demonstrate his already knowledge of it. So I don't think he's legitimately evil. I just could see him becoming evil because of his narcissism.
I think he's only working with the doc with I'm totally not a villain gloves dude because he's actually just observing of how everything's going to work out. So then we have Sakura.
Yeah, wrong series.
Going into the house, beating up the dudes to find the Weekend, who have the most horrible fashion sense. Like, oh my god, people.
Look, they live in a blank house. Their feng shui is a reflection of their lack of fashion.
It looks like somebody bought them, that they were at the store, they're like...
they were at Modern Hot Topic.
No, it looked like they were at a place, and they're like, we need some clothes, quick. Well, all we have in stock are these 400 XLs. Okay, we'll go with those.
Now, I thought of it as the type of clothes that you now see in Hot Topic, that you're like, okay, do you even know what goths did back in the 90s and early 2000s?
Yeah, look at the Grongi. There you go. That's perfect goth.
I killed the dog. Die! You die!
I killed 10,000 people. He killed a dog. Who's cooler?
Well, okay, the guy I want to die is not cooler, but definitely more focused on him.
But who I killed 10,000 people. That over trumps one dog.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't just say that.
But
In
anyway,
a very sad circumstance, it really does, though. I hate to break it to you, Silver, but a man who has committed genocide, or a being that has committed genocide, is technically more evil than a being that has killed one dog.
But they said he said cooler.
Okay.
Are you saying genocide is cool? I'm Twitter. I'm twisting the meaning.
I was... Okay, Toku Twitter.
Toku. My God.
Your opinion has been rejected.
I found my new screen name.
Toku.
Toku Twitter. I'll be like a little birdie with a Kamen Rider mask. Yes, this could be my new form. I try to use a driver and it goes horribly wrong. I am the Toku Twitter.
Chirp, chirp.
Chirp. But
actually, I now want to see this. I now want to see Toku Twitter.
Yes, this must be a thing. I must go. I must create. Okay, bye. Oh crap, we're still doing a review.
Yep, and then we got a trailer after this. But anyway, so
Whoa.
then we have...
Yeah, blame him.
So the Weekend informs Sakura of everything that's going on. They tell her you have to get the Gifu stamp from
Aguilera,
which I think they probably knew it was a fake. They were just testing to see if she would actually go after it. And,
well, they seem to know a lot.
Well, duh, one of them's a ninja, so of course they're going to know a lot.
One of them's a ninja.
The father was the father in Ninja.
Wait.
Oh,
the red and
keep
pink,
on saying that.
red and white's father.
Although that scene where they invite her to join, and it's the family of three in front, and these extras pressing in. They basically encircled her.
Well, nobody said it wasn't like a...
Join our cult right now.
No, I actually flashed to an event that happened to me once. Just trying to get fare for the light rail. These kids were saying, "Oh, you can trade with us for tokens," and they were like staying on either side of me as I'm at the machine. And I just thought, yeah, no, this is not cool. And they were like, "You're not very nice, mister." Like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna take my ticket now. Bye, thanks. So basically, when a group is standing around someone circling in, there is a feeling of oppression.
Oh, absolutely.
So
I definitely am feeling the oppression.
Also, this was years ago. I haven't ridden the light rail in ages.
Well, it kind of reminds me of that
I'm
group.
very oppressed right now.
We're ignoring you, but anyways, with the group think,
I'm not. I'm leaning in.
I'm not surprised, and I kind of hope that these extras have a purpose later on. Ow! You dick!
Well, we saw one of them.
Yeah, we just saw you attacking her.
We saw. Okay, so episode 21, the guy who gave Ikki the new Vice stamp.
Oh shit!
Remember, he greeted Sakura because he was one of the guys that had attacked her in the house.
Greeting Sakura. That's an interesting way to put it. I do appreciate.
Okay, I so missed that.
But by the way, Sakura fighting these extras. I appreciate that a few times she took a hit or she got pushed. It wasn't, while she is clearly a capable fighter, I appreciate when they don't show someone as purely invincible. It's like watching a Jackie Chan fight. It's more fun to see how he recovers from a hit than if he dominated the fight all the way.
Well, what I appreciate about her the most is that you can see her really growing into a fully fledged person. Because she started out the series somewhat obnoxious, then even feeling left behind, not just by her brothers, but also by another female. That she felt as though...
Who she kicks the ass of quite easily.
Well,
and even she's like, how did you get so weak?
Yeah, it's like something's holding you back.
And then I think it's even with the children aspect of being the youngest child. Usually it's the middle child that has this syndrome, but I think having two big brothers that are just so like strong and confident, the youngest being the sole girl, sometimes feels like, well, I have my own expectations that have to be.
Although the middle child's got his own problems, as we'll discuss shortly.
But yeah, so then we have the 0-1 form, or was that the next episode with the comedy duo?
No, it was in this episode.
No, it was the third episode with the comedy duo.
So...
Oh yeah, it was, you're right.
It's... The fact I've been watching this show with these two from the get-go, with long pauses in between, I admit. So when I'm jumping in, but they reference a movie. And I'm like, is it a movie? These two go, oh yeah, there was a movie.
We haven't seen it.
No.
Oh, I was about to say, you've seen it without me?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's...
Oh, the beta.
It was actually, I guess, just released on video called Kamen Rider Revice: The Mystery.
No, I didn't even know there was a movie.
It came out, it was...
So, you're not alone. Okay, Silver, please come back to us.
It was partnered, I guess it was
Hug it out. Hug it out. Circle of trust. Physical contact, my God, twice in one night.
Don't throw my phone, please.
From my understanding, the movie, I think it was partnered with the Saber and Zenkaiger crossover, or maybe it was the December movie I'm thinking of.
But nevertheless, I didn't even know there was a movie, so...
60 years ahead of schedule, he said. But, sorry, I'm jumping to the third episode of our viewing.
The other thing I think we have glossed over that I thought was very interesting, especially since Iki was in the hospital, is that we're actually getting Vice in physical form more frequently now, where he actually can interconnect and become more so a part of the atmosphere in the story than just being the background who kind of opens up the story for us.
That, and then, so we have Oteka becoming demons.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me sad. That was my favorite rider belt.
And Hiromi getting tossed off a cliff before ever getting to tell anyone about totally not villain gloves, dude.
And what was it? Kamen Rider Mad Rogue. I'll be back as a cyborg.
But yeah, I expect, because with Hiromi, he's probably being rescued by the Weekend, so he'll come back as...
What is he going to do until then?
He's gonna become a Kamen Rider, a new Kamen Rider with one of their Henshin belts.
I don't know. He's got the organs of an 80-year-old. I'm pretty sure he's out of the fight.
Oh, they'll heal him up.
We took out the organs and replaced them with a potato.
Now let's get into the next episode, which I kind of feel is like the elephant in the room.
Well, because there was a little elephant monster.
Hey, let me have my pun. But anyways, the reason why I feel like this is the episode that has the elephant in the room is because both of these gentlemen, we start the episode.
Gentlemen?
Okay, you guys.
Okay.
We start the episode and it's feeling like a filler.
Oh, yeah.
And both of them are like, you're like, that's the end of a good thing. And you're like, really? They both lost all enthusiasm and momentum. And I'm keeping quiet, but my thought is, all right, we're now getting breathing room. Because we had two very heavy story-filled episodes, and now we're getting something a little sillier. I am going to take it because my emotions have run the gamut.
You're freezing.
Oh, you started it earlier.
But, the episode wasn't like, I was dreading a little bit something that was going to be ridiculously silly. It had moments of comedy, but it wasn't like facepalm comedy.
So I guess before we continue, I have to ask, what do you think of the comedy duo of Iki and Vice? How did you enjoy their audition?
Actually, I enjoyed the sheer stupidity of the director. Because one, demons have been running around killing people. Yeah, that makes for a great comedy duo. Two, he accepts this, even as he's physically assaulted.
And Vice is he's getting in the man's face and he thinks it's a joke. So I think he has balls of steel, this director. What did you think of the comedy duo?
I thought it was fine.
You want a jacket with the duck on, don't you?
Ew.
That I actually thought was adorable. I actually thought it was something you could wear.
It is. because I'm quite the quack.
Yeah, because he has no
Quack, quack.
fashion sense.
Quack, quack.
But
I beg your pardon. Do you see the padding on the? Is this not an excellent shirt? What do you know, Philistines?
I'm not a Philistine. I've heard that enough listening to GTA recently. I don't want to be called a Philistine.
Okay, Philadelphian.
Philistine.
Philistine, it's the same damn thing.
So it's homage and homage, but you still argue about it.
I don't know anyone who calls it Philistine.
Exactly.
Maybe if they were watching Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Well, but they say Frankenstein. He's like, my name is Frankenstein.
All right.
So,
Actually, I had a fourth grader ask about that the other day because when the teacher said put your pencils down, he's like, have you ever seen Young Frankenstein? Put your pencils down! When he's got the scalpel.
yep.
Okay, so...
I'm worried about his fourth graders, but...
Well, if they've seen Young Frankenstein, at least they have taste and quality.
Oh, yeah.
So the comedy duo thing, actually I'm confused by that. You need to be their bodyguard, so why do you have to infiltrate? Just say, I'm there as their bodyguard.
Okay, I will have to have you watch an episode of the series called Psych.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've seen that episode.
So the one episode that this episode made me think of is when they had to infiltrate a Comic-Con as George Takei's publicist. And George Takei was not in on the joke, so he was so frustrated, but it was, well, character-wise frustrated. But I have to show you this episode because it is hilarious, and this is all this episode made me think
Okay, so... being that I've gone through a year of Yakuza, through 10 Yakuza games, the concept is, as I learned, if you're going to be a bodyguard, you have to act like part of the group so that you throw off the people that because they don't know you're there to be their bodyguard.
Oh.
Because then they're not going to try to do their attack or whatever because you're there protecting them. So then you're not going to find out who the culprit is because they're going to lay low.
Actually, I just realized, can we at all sync up this episode to the theme of the bodyguard?
Whitney Houston. God rest her soul.
What? She's not dead.
Yes, she is. She's been dead for years.
Oh, yes, Whitney Houston.
Who were you thinking of?
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson's Michael Jackson's sister. She is not dead. Whitney Houston died of a drug overdose.
It's hard to keep track after a while. So many people have died.
Not Janet Jackson.
Okay, well, apparently I thought Janet Jackson was dead.
Oh my God!
When she dies, I can go, she was still alive?
Actually, this just in, Janet Jackson's fine. But yeah, no, the scene where Icky and Vice are talking, and Vice is still in his demon ghost form. That's where you play.
Okay.
Oh, I do have to say one thing before we continue. Not to interrupt you, I'm sorry, but Beyonce was the best person in the world. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, but
Oh wait, Tamaki.
Anyways. Can I just say that the transformation for Revy and Vice, that costume is my favorite costume of the
The
series.
01 costumes?
Nope.
Where Vice.
You're talking about Vice's demon form.
Yeah.
Demon
Roller.
costume.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
so first...
That's all I have to say.
Well, first, yeah, we have the 01 costume, which I actually thought that the yellow-green went very well with Vice's costume.
Because it's so dark.
Whereas Ikki's was still...
I couldn't really. I appreciate that they got rid of the big smiley face and something more traditional.
Kamen face. But, and then, yeah, so we have Julio getting fired, or not Julio.
Tamaki.
Yeah.
Tamaki.
Getting fired by Aguilera, mostly because she probably just wants to keep him
Safe.
Yeah, safe. It's not that she's just trying to protect him. But he's got the ice creams, gets fired, and he's like got melted ice cream all over his.
Oh, I know. He was so...
And he's such a good actor that as he's crying, snot is dribbling, out of his nose.
And then he wipes his face to wipe the snot off and just gets ice cream all over his face.
I'd be watching this poor guy. He reconciled with his best friend for 0.2 seconds before his friend died. Now he's lost everything. And he's moving in. I mean, this sounds like a sitcom, if not for the copious amounts of death.
My dead man roommate.
Ooh, there we go. This Saturday on ABC.
No, my roommate's a dead man.
That sounds like Weekend at Bernie's.
I know. I love that movie.
But then we have then we've got Aguilera making a deal with
The devil.
Ultraman, and
We kind of skipped over Miki and his alternate self having a confrontation in the mirror.
Oh, Daiji.
Daiji, sorry, I get mixed up.
Daiji with Kagero.
And we wondered when Demons made his reappearance as Ultraman claimed the mantle, why didn't his attack bring out Daiji's other self?
Well, I was just thinking of, because we could have Ultraman and Daiji as evil and demons, and then we've got to counterattack with Sakura, Iki, and Vice being the good side.
Well, at some point I'm starting to think evil might side with the siblings.
I think so, because I think at some point Evil and Daiji are going to come together. Or I actually feel as though at some point in the series, we're actually going to get a buddy up system for them.
And become Kamen Rider Eliv. I'm bored with what I got here.
But yeah, so then the new form for Vice, that was really freaking cool.
It was hot.
Except for the roller stamp, it's too big.
It is. Oh,
Yeah.
that's bulky.
That thing is ugly.
It works as a handheld weapon, but it's kind of like the knuckler driver for build. It's so big, or it's just too big to fit in.
But yeah,
I am not going to answer that because I actually have a comment real life.
all I know is I was like, really? It's a rolling stamp? Oh my god.
I love the splatter on the...
Well, you said Splatoon while we were watching it, and I was like, oh yeah.
Well, that's because it just little splatter mark.
Splat.
And I love that at the end they reveal that George isn't the one who made this, but he is offended to his core.
Well, he was pissed when
He thought he
Sakura got her henshin driver.
And we thought, I thought that Aguilera had given that to her.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So, I mean, and it's kind of interesting to hear Vice give this evil laugh. He's been so reformed lately.
But yeah, I liked how, Vice was like, where's Iki? Whatever, I'm just gonna have some fun. Kicks the ass of the creatures, like when he just hits the one and it goes, boom!
Sorry, it's not as impressive as when Tamaki Julio did it.
So I think we just got an inkling of Vice's power.
Well, I think
That he's on a roll.
I'm ignoring both of you with your puns.
Are we gonna so does this mean, are we gonna have Mario coming in with his squirt gun to be like,
I just know we don't have Cruellica's stamp of approval.
I still...
Oh! Sorry.
No, go ahead.
The fact at the very end of this, where you have that end screen and the stamp, I was like, how much longer are they going to go before we get another stamp on the flame imprint? It's like, here it is! Ah! It's such a little thing, but progress.
Well, I am going to be curious of, one, how they're going to reverse it, because as we saw in the previews for the next episode, Iki is in Vice's position being the demon. So they just literally switch places. And it didn't seem like from the preview that Vice is going to take advantage and be a true demon. I just think he's going to have his childish fun.
okay.
Are we okay?
We are about to run out of battery life. So,
okay, well then.
what did you guys think of these episodes of Revice. Let us know in the comments. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube clicks on to support us. As you click on the
Wait,
support.
I was gonna say whatever YouTube clicks on to support us.
Yeah. You can check us out at Kaiju no Kami at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, those other places. The website is Creativity by... I gotta do this real quick. CreativityByDesignLLC.com. There's also a store where you can buy cool stuff. You can check.
And a piece of our quill, Google it, but keep an eye out for Toku Twitter.
Yes. Do all that stuff. But yeah, these episodes were pretty damn awesome. I can't believe we're already caught up now on Revice, which is weird. But that's all there really is until next time.
And that's how you know it's the work of Aruto.
Kaiju no Kami.
Aruto.
Kaiju no Kami.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.